A note on Easter. Christians celebrate Easter today. He needs to cool down. He saw a money monster somewhere and shouted his fear, but he exaggerates at times. He needs to cool off. So, uh, to begin with, I wasn't really impressed, not positively impressed by this film, in spite of a good cast and director, George Clooney, Julia Roberts, um, Jodie Foster, um, and the good intentions, but then we can refer to Shakespeare. Hell is paved with good intentions. And if the idea was to use satire and some humor with a heavy dose of drama to make a point, să termin cu tâmpenile. Well, it seemed to have failed. And it's not just me, I understand that, but critics in general didn't really appreciate this effort. Uh, but I may be wrong. And this could be a wrong impression, and the old case of having too high expectations. Positive psychology suggests that we should lower our expectations in order to be happy, and that's certainly true if we want to savor a film. We shouldn't go in there in the cinema hall thinking this will be Citizen Kane when we know it cannot. Sometimes it can't be helped if you know it's George Clooney, an actor I like, and he has so many good roles. And Julia Roberts, I'm thinking Erin Brockovich. Jodie Foster as a director, I'm not sure. She's still probably working on it. She's still learning, and we'll see. Great as an actress, obviously. The problem might be the script. I don't know. So the idea here is that we have this man, this character played by George Clooney, who is the host of a TV show. I don't know if like Richard Quest on CNN and others. We even have here on one channel a man who comes on at about 6 o'clock in the afternoon and talks economy. And what I hate about this specific program and their channel is that they're involved with the part of a cable company which has other interests, and it became preposterous, annoying, and outrageous really when they started talking so much on and on about something doing with the electricity distribution wherein we knew they have such an interest, and they wanted to press with with uh, with uh, with their show, which kept on and on uh, about electricity distribution, and they wanted to in a way blackmail their way into the game, if you will. And in this case, the predictions of this supposed specialist were not good. But the major theme, I think, is the idea of these people who made so much money for themselves, uh, too big to fail, smartest guys in the room. Another exceptional documentaries and films um, explain better the problem, the issue. And having been bailed out by the state, many bankers, many of these rich people didn't really have to suffer for serious, grave mistakes they did. Often criminal and anyway unethical and immoral, to say the least. So, one point which the film tries to make, and maybe successfully does so, is this idea of very rich people who abuse their power and still do, and um, how how they get away. They get away with murder, ultimately, and the violence. I mean, there's a man who comes in with a gun, and it's a hostage situation, and but the point being that's wrong, and still how they drive crazy. They drive innocent people initially insane with this. And they made so many lose everything they had, the pensions and everything, and how wrong it is. One example that comes to mind is the Donald, a guy who is in the White House after also abusing the system. Of course, he was not a banker, but it's well known and documented how he cheated within the system in order to make so much money and bankrupt so many. He had small businesses, contractors working on his towers and buildings and real estate, and he didn't pay them. And basically said, "Sue me," and many couldn't. They didn't have the financial backing, the financial force to fight this giant. So they just went under. And of course, we have the fake, which is such a fad now, fake news, post truth, the word of last year, 2016. Um, and this fake university. So, Money Monster has some strong points, but it's not such a successful film, at least in my view.